No, I'm learning a lot about the boys being sluts, and that's totally fine. I'm on testosterone now, and I'm learning just how stupid and horny boys are.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's,
You can't think until you nut. Sometimes it's like 10 times a day. And that's not because I want to. It's so annoying.
Yes.
But I get it.
Being horny as a guy's like having a period.
It's like...
It's the opposite of having your period.
right.
Well, for me, I was
like, what?
I'm talking about for me. Like,
Maybe in some ways I can see, like, it can be annoying at times. It's out of your body's... You can't control
It's doing
it.
what it wants with
Yeah,
you.
it's doing what it wants.
It wakes you up in the morning like, yo, I need to release.
no, you have a problem.
I'm like, the air made me nut.
Yeah. The what?
The bed sheet, the air. Sometimes it's like that.
You ever woke up humping your bed?
No. What the
You never-
fuck is wrong with you?
Actually,
Don't agree with
this
him.
morning.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. We have natural
This
impulses.
morning. But
Woke up humping the bed.
Yes, I woke up literally throbbing. Literally just like,
no, right.
and I was
now-
like,
now
my
this-
shit is telling, it's literally
it's-
moving my whole midsection.
It has a brain.
I'm calling the police for both of you guys.
Look,
Calling the cops.
trans rights.
What's his right?
Now, the funny thing,
Right. no excuses.
if I may say something in that,
Yes.
first of all, I want to ask you, like, I want to ask both of y'all. This is what we're going to do. Because Loon and I, not yesterday. Yesterday is very much in control, but Loon and I are kind of out of control. So I want to make sure that I establish, I said you and I both.
Okay.
We're included.
I want to, because there's so many questions that I have, Logina, about your background and about just the you know, your education and the things that you talk about, and also Ash, about your transition. I want to make sure that I don't violate any boundaries. So can I get like a safe word from y'all? So just because I might ask some stuff and I don't want it. You know, if you say the safe word, we'll just move on to something else.
Okay.
Wait, Ash, what would be your safe word?
Oof, mine's gonna be
Jerk off.
no, because that's gonna come up too many
Why would you?
Go stop the show.
right. Banana pudding.
Banana
Banana
pudding.
pudding.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And Logina, would you have one?
Watermelon.
Nice.
Not
Even
the
though
shit in your fridge
Right.
though. Real fresh water.
I was just about. I thought she was asking for
shit
something.
that get motherfuckers sick. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Now, Ash, I want to say, I don't want this to come off bad. This is
It's
my
all good.
truth, right?
Yes.
When I found out you were trans, first of all, I don't want to say that I clock other people, but I was like, where? Like, how? Like,
That's
and
fair.
then I can't tell which way. Like, you're just like,
So fair.
You're like right in the middle.
right, it's you're like
Nice.
beautiful right where you are. I can't even see a one way. Like, you're
Yeah.
handsome and beautiful at the same time. I can't tell which
God.
one. And
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Pleasure.
say.
Damn.
Is that bad to
And you
say?
got
No, I
nice hair.
live.
You got your hair. Really, I like your hair.
Okay,
That's
thank you,
fine.
because this
I
hair
can see
has
gelled up, right?
truly been my
it.
saving grace.
And is that offensive to ask, to say?
No, I think that's very honest.
Okay.
Because I mean, if I was with all of my queer friends, my trans friends, this is honestly how we talk about other trans people, because
Okay.
we understand, we can relate.
Okay.
There are phases.
Okay.
I still identify non-binary as well as trans, so
Okay.
he, they pronouns, but the non-binariness is why I still feel really comfortable to hear, like, I could go both ways. But it also, I think, is really nice to know, like, I have a few years. Like, I'm about a year and a half on testosterone.
Okay.
Usually, I would say, for an average person, it'll take about 3 years to start seeing the more masculinization features coming in. They usually get, like, top surgery, or you can just see the silhouette, like, less hips, hourglass. There's facial hair, etc. I, knowingly being Korean, we ain't gonna get much hair. We're not gonna get much build either, but it's like I'm kind of lucky because Koreans, we just don't have hair,
Right.
so I could still go both ways. But I'm giving myself a lot of grace in this puberty time, knowing I'm not going to be passing.
Right.
Like, I'll be clocked. It'll be easy. Right now, I would say, though, my stream is so strong, you can't clock me in those stalls. It's another guy with a dick.
Yo,
I'm telling you.
no
It's like,
fucking way.
Damn.
and in the mornings, it's like
It's
foam
it's a
piss.
rush.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
rush.
foamy. I gagged. I was like, absolutely not.
Yo, are you amazed with it?
I'm absolutely amazed, and I find it all endearing. Like, I joke about it, but it gives me so much joy to see, like, hair in my ass, to see foamy piss and to like have voice cracks and I can't sing my same old pop songs anymore. And I like love that.
That's fucking dope.
But now I'm like going back to my like country Atlanta roots and I'm like singing all these country songs and I can hit the notes.
That's
giving
fucking
bass.
That's fucking
But no, I am seeing as like I'm just being honest with myself as well as with you. Like there's phases to that transition. For some who are trans, they never want to look one type of gender anyways. So they like that androgynous look where you can be both like a beautiful woman and a handsome man, but it's just how you dress yourself.
Right.
I think that expression is so fluid that you always do have to ask, like, how do you identify? Sometimes, though, it's like, I'm also pansexual. So it's like, we're here for the vibes. Doesn't really cater as much like as SuciaQueer. No one's really seeing, like, oh, are you trans? Are you cis? What's between your legs? Because everyone is very queer. So it's that openness that, for me, was the reason why I started SuciaQueer back in, like, 2 years ago. I just quit corporate. All I did was business school and like corporate jobs. I was killing myself, working like 90 hours a week. Still like very much closeted, not even getting to that point to question things.
Wow.
I did not have the space for that. It was very much like first gen, I need to get a good job, help out my parents, and then maybe we can see what fun looks like.
right.
But I think after, you know, so many years of doing something that doesn't align for you, I think we can all relate, like it just kills you. It sucks you dry. And not in the fun way. And you gotta figure out what's next. So I quit. I started SuciaQueer, and the reason for that was that I really wanted a space and a community that saw me, accepted all of me, and was able to let me feel good and not shameless about my body wherever it was at. Before surgery, before transitioning, before taking testosterone, like I am me as I am. And it's the only space where I feel confident, like before starting T, after T, not having top surgery yet, that I can be fully nude and be like, no judgment.
Right.
Everyone sees me as me. But it does get sometimes confusing because some people are like, so are you like a gay man? Or are you like a trans man that's a straight man? Or are you like...
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, all of the above. It just depends where I'm at. Like, I'll be partying at the circuit gay parties with the gays. We're, like, all shirtless. We're all sweaty. We're all doing the feral thing. Next day, I'll be, like, with the queers, being all cute. We're doing a reading, and, you know, and it's just, like, all parts of me can be unlocked. But it's as SuciaQueer, that's all at once that can be unlocked. And I think that's really special. Even in New York, there's something for everyone here in the city. But I still find that SuciaQueer, what we're doing, it just makes people like me, I think, finally feel like there is space for us.
I think that's so fire. There's something that I like to call innocently offensive, and I found myself doing that at SDS.
Yeah.
I remember I walked into a room, and my first thought was to say, "Hey, good morning, ladies," and it was like something that you think is so simple as having manners,
Right?
And it's like, but then I'm like, damn, I don't really know what he or she or they identify as. So now, I make it like a object-defined substance, like, hey, beautiful people, you know,
Right.
things like that. So I just feel like conversation, what you just said, it's so important because you can be so innocent, you don't know any better.
Exactly.
You know?
But I think that's you behaving with care, and that's a learned thing.
Yeah.
Right. We've learned, and we're still
Yeah.
learning all the time. Right. And
No, I love
you,
it.
and you actually have to know how to move. You got to gracefully with it, because even I could say something right and thinking I'm such an ally and thinking that I'm, you know, but I could just say something that she's heard a million times, tired of correcting, and it could just be offensive like that. But then you can, there are people out there, like the clip I'm about to play, who ask the questions as an insult. Let's see. Are y'all ready?
What a
Yeah.
good segue.
Blair's a trans woman. Why don't we let her answer?
I'm also transgender.
I know.
Go ahead.
I'm
also
which trans are you, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
non-binary.
What does that mean?
I'm a non-binary person. I use they, them person.
So
Sorry, are we going to spend... do we really want to
Just-
spend the rest of this discussing my personal...
You're the one who mentioned
journey?
it. I didn't even know.
Well, now you know.
Okay, so now I know. I'm just asking you what that means.
Like, do you really want to discuss this?
You raised the subject of yourself being trans. I'm simply asking
Can
what
I
does
finish
that...
my point?
No, wait
It's
one
always a
second. Wait one
non-binary
second.
person
It's actually really
speaking over a
interesting.
transsexual.
It's really interesting to me. You raised it, not me. I didn't even know. So now you've raised it. What does that actually mean? What do you mean you're non-binary?
Are you really, really just gonna?
Can you explain it?
Are you gonna cut Blair off now?
I'm just asking you to explain. I'll come back to Blair in a moment.
Well, you were the one that cut me off, sis. But
Yeah.
I will say that.
Hang on one second, Blair.
I was.
Sorry, Blair, wait 1 second. I just want to ask, what do you mean by non-binary?
This is not
When I say I'm
colonization at its
non-binary,
finest.
This is
I'm
crazy, right?
expressing my identity in a way that
So what
I
does
have a
that
right
mean?
to do. I'm sorry?
What's your sexuality?
My sexuality.
Yes.
This doesn't have to have anything to do with my
Actually, the
sexuality.
UK government now says that people are male or female. The British Prime Minister says people are male or female.
I don't think the
Is
UK
this so
government
real?
should have the final say
You won't punch him in
on
the face,
how
don't
I
you?
express
Will they
myself
determine the
and
laws
how
of
I'm
the country?
treated.
I'm just curious what you mean by non-binary. What does that mean?
I'm
It's
curious.
uncomfortable. So there's a little bit more, but it's kind of like
That's real.
he's literally attacking her or them, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like, bro, why? If you can't see, you don't see how uncomfortable this is.
Right.
Yeah. You can tell just based by his energy, his dialogue. He wasn't really asking questions from a place of I don't know what I'm trying to learn.
Right.
It was really more so of what the fuck are you? Like you're a weirdo type thing. And the fact that and also I just for those who probably can't see, I feel like this part is important, right? So if I'm not mistaken, they all like 3 like white individuals. Mm-hmm. And I say that to say, yeah,
From what we can tell.
From what I can see, I could be wrong. Don't fact check me. But it just also shows that he's coming from a place of like white toxic masculinity. And it's like a social conditioning that can even plague his counterparts. Like it's not just like something that people of color go through. Like that's almost like a state of mind that you
That's
have
Western culture,
based
for
on,
real.
you know, where you come from for real, where they even have it amongst themselves, you know. So yeah.
I know you want to attack this, Logina. I know you can't wait.
I just have some
So
thoughts.
much to say.
I mean, I also looking at this from a trigger response, and like he's in a fight response, which is also an interrogation response, and I'm thinking about the role of ego and like what it means about, you know, for him to redirect and not just, he doesn't want to be wrong, so he's doing everything he can to be right and embodying all these toxic traits, and like the way that they're all being actively perceived, I think is another part of it as well.
But that's the dumb part, because you're not wrong if you don't answer. If I say yo Tahoe, I don't know, versus me saying yo the answer is A or B, I'm not even wrong in that state. I'm just learning something. You know, people have this thing where they rather act like they know versus learning on the spot. Like it's an ego killer for them.
I find that maybe he's also coming from a place where it's not something for him to learn. There's nothing more to learn. It's facts for him that it's like male, female, man, woman.
Yeah.
And that is, again, like very white supremacist valued colonial way of thinking. Like this is the way it is, so this is the way it will be forever. And these are the people that set that in place. And I find that it's always with these arguments, like especially today, trans people do not fall in that societal norm that they have created. There is not this one way of looking at a man or a woman. There are trans men, trans women. And now that we fall outside of that, it's a point of now, in the way of colonization, now our bodies are controlled. What we take must be controlled. When we can take it is controlled. What bathrooms we get to go to is controlled. And my entire existence is always questioned because white colonialism. I don't fit into their bucket of what I should be. Therefore, my existence should be questioned. And now it's a matter of...
And
my
erased.
life. Exactly.
They're literally trying to
This
erase
is how
y'all.
they do it. They eradicate or question to the point where these people and groups of people don't exist. And it's just right now, trans people, tomorrow, other groups of people. But it's the same shit. It's like none of us will really be equal because we're still fighting on a system that was never built for any of us.
Could you date a white?
No,
No, you couldn't.
I don't think I could. And
Even
I
in
thought about
Sucia
this.
Queer?
Yeah.
Where there would be some white guys in there. You would.
I think I'm picky.
I'm sorry, and I don't mean that. Sorry, Sucia. I don't mean to be like oppy. I'm not trying to be that way.
No, so fair.
But just being through your
Personally,
experiences,
yeah.
right? I'm just asking.
Personally, I'm like very picky with even my white friends. Like, unless you are taking the time to show up for other community members that aren't white, then you're not doing enough, period.
Right.
We're not friends like that. And if it comes to my partner, I find that so much of what I do in my day-to-day, not just like advocacy, but the intersectional things that I carry and the issues that are always in question, I can always have the idea that a white partner can empathize with me, can show up for me in those ways. But when it comes to I think just generationally, like what is important to me and where I see my like how I fit into this entire thing called like making the world a better thing or whatever. It's just really hard to have deeper conversations ongoingly. And I think it's nothing to say like I don't want to say it's not because they're not trying hard enough. I just think naturally I need to feel safe and I need to feel very much like in community generationally. And that just means someone of color, of any color. But I think that's my piece.
When we were at Sex Down South, again, I attended the presentation, and I thought Logina did an amazing job. She put together this presentation, a slideshow type deal, right? And in it, there was a video that touched me extremely. And actually, her presentation, and I said this, it reminded me of why I started this. It reminded me of why I felt what we do was important. Like, we joke a lot and, you know, we do parties and stuff like that. But there are people out there that we're touching through this work that didn't feel like they had a place or didn't feel like they had a voice, and they lived through us, right? And they found their community through us, the same as people who have bonded with Sucia Queer. But there was one video in particular, which I asked Logina to share with me today, which actually spoke to me, right? And so I actually sent it to me so we could actually talk about it. And then Logina, please, we'll speak about your experience as well when it comes to it. Let me see if I can damn start the video. I have a problem with starting videos on this phone.
You both gotta learn your phone.
Yeah, Apple.
Well, he has. I don't know what his problem is.
Apple just count your days. I'm never leaving Apple, by the way.
Where you gonna go?
Yeah, exactly. I'm never. I got nervous after I said it. Like, no, I'm not.
You gonna get a Nokia?
Wait, that's fab.
When women began to advocate for the right to wear pants in the West, what white men would say is this is going to descend into savagery. That to be a civilized society is one in which there's a clear distinction between men and women. And in fact, they would point to indigenous people and say, see, these people are more backwards because they don't have as many visual distinctions between men and women. Look, these indigenous women are bare-chested. Look, these men have long hair and have tattoos and accessories and earrings. That means they're feminine. So much of this investment in saying that man and woman have to be these opposite categories actually is related to these histories of colonization and white supremacy. And that's why, for me, when I speak about my gender, I'm speaking about my race. When I'm speaking about my race, I'm speaking about my gender. I can't separate these things.
That is actually, his name is
Yes, their
There.
their name is
Sorry.
Alok. All good. Yeah.
Alok Menon.
Yes.
Alok VME ALOKVMENON on TikTok, right? And he actually has playlists. So if you just play one video, it goes to the next. And he's speaking about his experience and why he's still not comfortable. And why he speaks about the things, you know, that he goes through. But what'd you say? God, I'm so sorry.
No, that's good. It's practice.
It is. It is.
They are. I'm gonna send this clip to them.
Are you?
They love this. Yeah.
Why?
Because of just us even having this conversation, the dialogue sparking from a video that they had done. I know that is why they speak, is so that it can reach and resonate with someone, anyone. But I think this would mean a lot to them.
You know, it's so funny. What we're doing, it is out there. And it is starting to touch. I'm watching Gen V. You guys watch Gen V?
I haven't started watching. I've been hearing about it.
One of the main characters is of Asian descent and turns from a guy to a woman and back as a superpower. Like, that's their superpower.
Oh, I live.
And so, like, the main star of the show is attracted to them. And so you know, one of the questions is, do you like me as a guy? Does she like me as a girl? And she's like, I like everything you are. Like, it doesn't matter. And I was just like, yo, this is fire. I'm like, this is fire because this is
tough.
What you say?
Do sound kind of tough.
Have you watched Gen V?
Nah.
Oh no, you bugging. It's you.
I see it and I skip it all the time.
It's you. Trust me.
Come on, good
It's
job, bad guy.
superpower. It's everything. Fuck
Representation.
this. Bro, one of the main stars, the dude tried to date rape her and she blew up his dick with her brain.
She blew
Oh, that's
up
kinda
his dick
fire.
with
That's
her.
kinda
brain.
fire. Alright, I see
literally
why- I see why-
explodes
I
on the
see.
thing.
This sound like The Boys, but a little.
It's the
freakier.
boys.
I like it.
The boys are in the show.
Oh, it's like a spinoff.
It's a spinoff of the boys.
Gag.
All right.
Somebody got thrown through a window today, and there's a
Don't tell me,
dude
don't tell me,
on his
don't tell me,
knees,
don't tell me.
and somebody pops out his butthole like,
Wait, I need to watch this.
oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So Sucia Blurred,
I
shout
got
out
something to
Sucia
watch
Blurred.
this
They're
week,
now
yeah.
doing like their series on Gen V.
Yeah.
And Sucia Blurred is like the nerds and like the anime and
Yes.
like, the people who, I mean, it's just fun nerdy shit. But that's why I've been hearing about it because I was like, maybe I
Please.
should lean into
And hit
that.
my line as you watch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I might
gotta-
rewatch it with you. Hit my. It's
Wow,
an
it's that
amazing
good?
show. It's an amazing. I literally said it's probably one of the best shows on television today.
Oh,
I think it's one of the best shows on
here
television.
first.
Are
Okay.
you watch anime?
I used to a long time ago, way more, still a little bit.
Yeah, I know it's a stereotypical. You ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
Well, yeah.
All right, cool. So it's so funny that you say that, right? So you're familiar with Frieza, right? Growing up, I didn't know, like in the '90s, the first Frieza, like there's different voices,
They're
different
different,
animations.
yeah.
The original OG shit, I didn't know if Frieza was a boy or girl, because the way they think about it, first Frieza, he's very slim. He wears like these black underwear. His voice is kind of flamboyant. He looks like a pretty ass alien, and he moves kind of like sexy.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, yo, Dragon Ball Z was kind of like my first introduction to like non-binary. Even though they refer to him
you're
as him,
right. Yeah.
he kind of presents
felt
like
that.
as a female.
Color and everything too.
You know what I'm saying?
agree
And it's
with
like,
you,
oh
actually.
shit, like you wouldn't even realize it because the show was just so fire. But I'm like, yo, what the fuck
think
was
that's
Frieza for real?
Anime at its,
Yeah.
you know what we were just talking about earlier, like the pros and the cons.
Yes.
Pros, anime has the ability to take like dehumanizes the sense of like
Correct.
humanity because it's a cartoon.
Correct.
But you can easily digest more of than these things that are non-traditional.
Correct.
Like, the furry communities lives for this, but it's
Yeah.
also us non-binary trans kids. We're like, wait, there's representation. It's not getting clocked. It's not this whole big thing. Like people
Yeah.
just get it.
Yeah.
But I applaud anime for that reason.
Now, Logina, about the clip with
Oh,
Aluk.
yes.
Aluk.
Aluk.
All right. He said at the end, it's cultural as well as, he said it's race and sexuality. I believe is there.
Yeah, they're talking about culture, race, and gender, all being intertwined.
What is your experience with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I am an Egyptian. I actually identify as gender nonconforming, pansexual, polyamorous person. And I think that for a long time, I thought that those identities couldn't coexist. And I was very fractured in my identity. And then I realized that relating in a way that's, open to love and relating to multiple people, learning about like my indigenous Egyptian backgrounds, more about ancient Egypt, religion and philosophy, also realizing that with polyamory, it's closer to the collectivist culture that I was raised with around having multiple connections and like people living together in a way that's more communally based. So I think I realized on my healing journey as I've continued to heal all these different parts that they actually fit together well. But a lot of times, I organize queer, Swana, like Arab events basically. And it's really hard for me to talk about being part of sex positive communities in those spaces still, like being polyamorous, even though I can talk about when I'm in Egypt, it's like going to a different time period. It's legal to be gay there. So I guess I didn't answer that succinctly, but it's all interconnected. Yeah.
And religion, how does that play? Because I know your parents come from two different backgrounds, I believe.
Yes. So my mother is Coptic Orthodox Christian and my father is Muslim. And I was raised with so much religious tension around that, but I saw that they were so similar culturally, and I was in New York City. So I think from a young age, I started to question you know, Abrahamic faiths, or like, even though I was told I was going to go to hell multiple times for, you know, like,
me too.
yeah,
Me too.
secretly finding like the
VIP.
condom receipt, or like the, you know, what I was studying in school, or all those things. Like, I was very rebellious, and it was very challenging. But I think now you know, I'm 28. I'm finally finding other people who are like me, and part of that was accepting it in myself, being open about it, and now they're attracting. You know.
Are your parents accepting of who you are today?
No, or they don't know. You know.
Oh, really?
They don't know that I think they know, but they don't really want to admit it to themselves. You know, I remember I cried when gay marriage was legalized and they accused me of being a lesbian. And I guess they knew I was queer before I did back at that time. So it's a risk, you know.
Do they talk against your beliefs and like in front of you? And like, if that is true, if they do, like, how do you exist in that? Do you just like get quiet and don't say anything?
I mean, they're definitely homophobic, but I would say that we just don't talk about it, you know. I think for me, I like deeply forgive my parents. I don't have resentment towards them because especially through my psychedelic experiences, just kind of understanding everything that they've had to go through for me to even have this version of a life. And for them, it's so cultural. And I remember when I was in Egypt and my ex-fiance's cousin secretly told me he was an atheist. And he was like, I can't tell anyone else around me because there's such strong social stigma. So I'm like, how am I going to judge you based on the context that you're in around what you're expressing and what you're believing? So I can, you know, I can talk about love. I can be like, hey mom, Jesus talks about loving everyone, right? And I've seen her change over time, you know. It's less reactive around it. And I have, you know, friends who are queer that I bring home to see my parents and stuff. So I think it's accepting them where they're at and creating boundaries that I need to feel safe around what I communicate with them. And like, releasing that resentment, I guess, that I've had a lot of my life.
You speak about your healing phase. If you don't mind, what were you healing from? You can use a safe word if you want. You have it anytime. It's watermelon if you don't remember.
Fresh watermelon.
I would say that, you know, healing from the trauma of hiding my queerness, suppressing my non-monogamy, trauma from I was in multiple abusive relationships because and living in Iowa, like I wasn't even allowed to date. So I was like secretly dating someone, and then I was constantly between the situations of my family being like, you can't date or be with this person, and then this person is like, your family is, you know, like backwards or not up to date or like manipulating you. So it was very isolating. And then also, you know, going through sexual assault, going through different kinds of trauma in that way, and not feeling like I belonged anywhere because I was all of these different things. And then the healing path of, oh, I'm a little bit of all of these things. I can be a bridge between them.
Loon, I definitely want you to be able to ask a question, but I do have a question. You're living in Iowa. You moved to New York. You moved to New York when you're 3, right? You moved to Iowa when you're 12.
Oh yes, the white supremacy of Iowa. How could I forget?
Right. In my mind, you learn a lot about yourself, or you take on your community. It kind of defines you a lot of times. Like, you know, that's just what you're exposed to. How do you find all of these parts of yourself in a place that's all one way? Like, how did that even happen, where you start being able to say, you know what? I'm different than all of what's out here.
I mean, in my journey, it was definitely trying so hard to fit in first, and like really pushing away and rejecting the fact that I was different and felt different. You know, I straightened my hair. I didn't tan outside. I really wanted to be white. I wanted to fit in. I went by Gina for a decade that I didn't actually want to go by that name, but I wanted to hide my Egyptianness. And then I dealing with Islamophobic bullying when I've never identified as Muslim, but my last name is Muslim and I'm Egyptian. So just like dealing with all these layers of ignorance, it was really hard there. It wasn't even until after I moved to New York City. It was years after I moved to New York City that I finally started to kind of accept and integrate these parts of myself. And also through experiencing I think I have to bring up psychedelics as a huge part of like being in ceremony, experiencing deep love and existential secure attachment, and understanding. I had this zoomed out moment where I saw every single thing in your life has happened intentionally for you to question, to be a glitch in the matrix, and to come back to a place that's rooted in love, to go back to spirituality behind religion and false binaries, and healing yourself. You make just your lived experience itself is powerful. And, you know, now all the work that I'm doing through Sucia Scholar, through soon to come queering existentialism, is creating a space where other people can see it's possible and to raise awareness around it. And that gives me hope in a really schismed world.
Yo, by the way, shout out to Low Boost. I'm back. Remember I had stopped taking it for a minute?
Yeah.
I am all the way back. Now I have this all natural product
right
called Low Boost. Right?
Can I get my bottles?
No, what do you mean can you get your... I'm hoarding these. I'm living off these. I'm 50.
All right.
You can always go to lowboost.com.
Nah, salute.
And type in
Put in the
hardorsoft.
code
Yeah,
Low
code
Boost
10% off.
And get 10%.
Right there.
I got you.
to get 10%
I got
off.
you, big dog.
Don't be a
But
sloucher.
it's an all natural product for men. As you can see, the bottle is not full. I've been taking pills. You take 4 a day, and oh man, it's great though. I'm telling you, it's great. It actually makes you nut harder, nut more. Right? It makes your nut taste better. And they have one for ladies, for the ladies out there, all natural called Soaking Wet. And it makes y'all wet. It actually makes y'all taste better. Loon, why you look like that? You offended?
No, I'm just saying.
You want the ladies you don't want the ladies to be wetter?
Bro,
Soaking?
I'm with it.
Squirting?
His and hers.
Dripping.
Let's do it.
I wonder. I'll take both.
Huh? Well, all right.
See what happens.
Right?
Nah.
Yo!
I'm gonna be calling you. I'm like, what did you do to me?
Hold on.
Can a trans person, Low
No,
Boost, can a
let's
trans
study it.
person take both the Low Boost and the Soaking Wet? Like, what would happen?
What
Have y'all
would
done clinical trials on that?
And the other one
Yeah,
too.
let's hold off.
You could definitely take
because
the other one too.
And then the dry boost?
We don't have insurance.
Huh?
We don't have insurance.
I want to see, like, what happens
I wanna
if
know.
I'll
Ash
sign
takes
a
all
waiver.
of it.
I want to know. Give
You'll
us
sign a
I
waiver?
want to know.
All right, I'll give you, Ash, I'm
sign
going
a
to give you a
waiver.
bottle. I'm going to give you two bottles. I'm going to give you both
No,
of
I
these.
would like to actually.
Are you serious? You're going to do
Dead
that?
ass. Why not?
Wait, Low Boost. We got to find out. We're going to hit Low
You're
Boost and
taking it
find
too,
out if
right?
I'm taking the Low Boost. And the
Yeah.
Low Boost, great.
You're not dead.
I'm
That's
horny.
fine.
I told you 3 times today. I'm telling you, like, I'm be
Fucking
horny.
dog.
And I could go again. My balls are saying, like,
The
oh,
fact that
what's up?
3 times
Right
is
now.
A lot, though.
Bro, I don't want to
it's
discuss
not.
the current
Yeah,
situation.
I
of
feel,
the
I'm 50.
Don't say right
Oh,
now
wait.
about my balls.
You know how great it feels to my shit still wakes me up, and then it's like throbbing. I told you I was like throbbing in the bed today. Like
So
I'm
there's
like,
hope. It's always gonna be like.
oh
this.
man, it's
Write
great.
that in the chat for me. yesterday.
Shout out to
Oh my
Low Boost. I
God.
don't care if it's me or you, Low Boost.
that in the
I
chat.
love you for what you've done for me.
Sell it.
I love you too. Damn.
All natural.
Natural.
Go to loadboost.com. Type in hard or soft to get 10% off.
When you say freaky, what's freaky? What you mean by freaky? All right, if I do this, you're not going to tell your friends, right?